Some holidaymakers are expected to be heading back home this weekend. Road users have been warned to avoid traveling at night, as well as the use of back routes. Heavy rains have also proven to be a challenge, as you've heard just a short while ago, and this has been no different for road users as well. Let's cross line now to Mbalenhle Mthethwa, who is at the Hoek Toll Plaza. This is on the N3 highway. Mbalenhle, one of the things that is very clear is that it's overcast now, and I'm sure a lot of motorists are concerned about this particular weather. But one of the other things that has been of great concern this festive season has been the rules of the roads that are being broken. Talk to us about what you're seeing around you.
Good evening, Bongiwe. Police are out in their numbers today. This as they expect increased traffic volumes rather, and it seems as though they are going to be monitoring the situation and watching to see that people are going to be abiding by the rules of the law of the road. What we've seen so far today is that traffic volumes did not really start increasing, only started increasing rather at around 3 to 4. We saw a huge jump in the traffic volumes and in the number of vehicles actually passing this toll gate. We saw them increasing to 1,000 between 2 and 3, and also increasing to 1,000 to over 1,200 between 3 and 4. And the numbers have since subsided, but they are still very high. It seems as though we might see the numbers peaking at around 6 o'clock as more and more people are expected to come past here and other major routes in Johannesburg. We understand that there have been over 200 fatalities that have been reported so far within the province, and this is the number of fatalities from the beginning of December last year. What we could say was the beginning of the holiday season, when holidaymakers were actually making their way to their respective holiday destinations, and right now they are coming on their way back. But we've also heard officials talking about the fact that they have seen jaywalkers contributing and attributing to the number of fatalities on the road, people crossing highways illegally. They've also said that some of what they can attribute these fatalities to is reckless and dangerous driving, as well as some motorists driving under the influence of alcohol. We've been at various roadblocks around Gauteng during the holiday season. We have seen a number of arrests, and I can remember over 40 people, over 50 people, or almost 100 people were arrested on New Year's Eve alone. And we've also heard officials talking about the fact that they did see the the behavior of people changing after restrictions were lifted, particularly the lockdown and the curfew rather being relaxed, and they saw that there was a spike in the number of arrests of people who were arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol. We will be speaking to one police official a little bit later on to get a sense of the numbers from today, as we know that they have been holding those roadblocks in and around Gauteng. There is a high police visibility, so he will then give us a sense of what has come out of those roadblocks, if there have been any arrests that have been made, and if there are those people who have been issued with tickets, traffic fines and so on. Earlier on, there was a roadblock right here at this toll gate where motorists were being stopped and cars were being checked to see if they are in good roadworthy condition, and also they were also checking for illegal substances in the vehicles. We saw some motorists being handed with a fine, being issued rather with a fine, a traffic fine, but we continue to monitor the situation here. It's back to you in studio for now.
All right, Mbalenhle, and it's going to be interesting when you speak to police also, to hear from them the strategy around drunken driving, especially because Gauteng, Limpopo, as well as KZN, and Gauteng is the province where we are. It's one of those where there's some serious concerns about drunken driving, and the RTMC last week saying that over 200,000 people have been issued with traffic fines. So that's Mbalenhle Mthethwa there, who is our reporter who is standing by at the Hoek Plaza on the N3. This, of course, as some holidaymakers are expected to be making their way home.